Hi everyone. I did promise to you that I'd get back to you within 3 weeks. So last year, when I was going to the toilet, I noticed blood coming out of us, and obviously got a bit worried where this blood was coming from, and it could have been because of something else. But I had to go to the doctors, and then he did a fit test. He did two fit tests over a couple of months, and they both came back negative. So the fit test picks up if there's micro blood in your feces. And I was still having blood coming out of us, even though the tests were coming back negative. So the GP sent me to the hospital to have this camera bit done. Now, the first time they did the camera, they only checked this bottom bit, yeah? And they found a polyp. So I had that polyp removed. I'll show you which polyp it was. This little baby, this baby got electrocuted off, and sent away to be checked for colon cancer, which it came back negative. And then with the surgeon finding that one, the doctor found that, he ordered me to have the full test done. So that was just down here in this little bit here. So they sent me to get another one that went all the way around and all the way down to where my appendix used to be, because I've had my appendix removed. And it was very uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable the first time. I don't know how gay men do anything in that area, but it's exit only. And so nothing's meant to go up it. It's exit only. And it was really uncomfortable. I had no sedation, because on one hand I think I would just fight the sedation unless I get properly knocked out, because it's not that type of sedation. They just make you drowsy. So anyway, this was the blood here. That was the blood coming out of his blood on the second time. Blood mixed in, and more blood. So I kept on and on at the GP saying I want this camera test done, and it took over 4 months after the fit tests for him to finally agree to me just to go and get. I thought they were doing more, but they only did that bit, and because of my age, 41, and at my age you shouldn't have polyps, but because people are getting diagnosed earlier and earlier with bowel cancer, and because he found a polyp, he ordered me to get the whole lot done. And so it was so uncomfortable. And I think this is from the first time. Sorry, that's the second time. So this is the second polyp here. You can just see that little baby there. I had that little baby removed. Now, before they do the full test, you've got to drink this horrible, revolting drink. It's like salty lemon, and it tasted truly disgusting, but I had to drink that. You can't go out. You've got to stay close to the toilet. I think I went to the toilet about 11 times, and it was just like water coming out where water shouldn't come out. And that's the camera, that black thing there, that's the camera that goes inside you. And yeah, it was really uncomfortable. I'm not sure what these white dots are, but the second time the results came back saying you see that cut there? I wonder if that's where my appendix used to be. That is like a cut. Anyway, it came back negative for bowel cancer, which my grandmother had bowel cancer, I think, but she had part of her bowel removed. And yeah, so mine came back negative, but the doctor wants me to go back in 5 years' time. I'm a bit traumatized from the feeling, and the pressure when when they were putting the air inside of me, telling me to freaking try and fart. It's a bit difficult to fart when you've got a camera up your ass. Yeah, the pre-prep. From drinking that horrible drink, it says good preparation, so that's good, isn't it? All these bubble things you can see, that's from the prep. But you can see how clean it is inside of me, and that there's a bit of redness there. I think this is from the first time. Yeah, this is from the first time, and so they didn't go in; they just went in a bit, and that's when they found that baby. Now it looks big, but apparently it's only the size of my little fingernail. So that's my little baby got taken out. I watched it, right, and this little metal coil thing came out, and it kind of like just cut it off. And then the second time, it was like crocodile teeth came out. And I'm not sure if it was the crocodile teeth that went onto that one to kind of like bite down. Now, they say that the colon doesn't have any nerve endings, so you shouldn't be able to feel it. But them crocodile teeth that came out and clamped down onto that, I felt that. I felt it tugging on it as well. So this thing about the colon not having any any nerve endings is questionable. So on top of everything else that I've been going through was the my red juice, and I had this to contend with as well. And yeah, it's exit only for a reason. I don't know what them two white dots are. But it says everything's fine. Everything came back negative. Got to go back in 5 years. Whether I do or not, who knows? And that. So any symptoms, any bleeding, any stomach pains, any bloatiness, and your GP will get you to do a fit test. But if the symptoms continue, then you really, really need to push and argue with your GP to get sent for this camera thing. Because I was actually praised. The nurses at the hospital praised me for keeping on at the at the GP. And yeah, it was, I could have saved my life, because this one had the potential to grow into cancer. But because we found it early, it's been removed. So that no longer has the potential to grow into cancer. So, yeah, you hear about these celebrities and other people who have died from bowel cancer because it wasn't caught early enough. Now, when your GP or the hospital sends you for your screening, whenever it is from 50 years and beyond, you should go. It is uncomfortable. It is traumatizing, especially when you don't have any sedation. They give me gas and air. You know that stupid stuff that pregnant women take during labour. They give me that. That just made me freaking worse. It did nothing for the discomfort. It did nothing for the pain, and I just dropped it on the floor. And then she injected me with something to try and relax my bowels a bit. But honestly, it was painful discomfort. So luckily everything's been taken out. So yeah, they started down there, then they went all the way up there. Oh, I could see it I was watching the monitors, and I could see it. I don't know if that made it easier, but getting around them corners, getting around that corner, and then getting around that corner, it was really uncomfortable. Really, what they need to do is get this camera, this tubey thing. They need to try and make that twice the size, like twice smaller. So if that was smaller, then you wouldn't maybe not feel it as much. So hopefully in the future that can be made smaller.